Carnival Cruise Line has many positives, but still fights a reputation as the Walmart of cruising that supposedly has ships that are party cruises full of low-class passengers. So, what do you need to know about Carnival before taking that first cruise? Ahoy travelers, it's Amy here to help you make your travel experience a success. Well, we're going to get to the partying booze cruise reputation, but let's look at some of the other things about Carnival first. So Carnival has something for everyone. From older, smaller ships to the new mega ships, you have your choice. The only other lines similar are Royal Caribbean and Norwegian, although some other lines are starting to add these larger resort-style ships to their fleet. Carnival offers the ability to choose whether you want a smaller ship that lends itself to adult passengers or mega ships with activities for those of all ages. Now, you might ask why smaller ships, and small really is a relative term here, would be more likely to have fewer children. This is a valid question. And it doesn't mean that there will be no children. But with all that the larger ships have to offer, roller coasters, pools, arcades, larger children's programs, and more, it's no wonder that families often choose them over the smaller, older ships. Now, whether you like to hang out at the club, relax by the pool, spend time gambling, or take in a movie out on the open ocean, there's something for everyone on a Carnival ship. Introverts and extroverts, old and young. One of my favorite things about a Carnival cruise is that I can choose to relax on the Serenity deck or find a little hideaway to read or work on content. And if I want to be more extroverted, I can go to one of the bars or play some trivia. People who like to put it all out there can sing karaoke or even go on stage during one of the game shows. Passengers can choose from a quiet night in the theater or watching a dive-in movie, or if they want something a little bit more exciting, they can go dancing in the club. If you want to stay up late enough, you can actually do all three. The sign and sail card is how all of your onboard purchases will be made, as well as your key card. It's even your ID to get on and off the ship while at port. Cash is not needed while on board, although some people still like to tip in cash. You will want to make sure you take your sign and sail card with you at all times. Now, everything is going digital nowadays, and Carnival is no different. The Carnival HUB App is your one-stop shop for just about everything on board. You will find the entire cruise's events laid out for you. You can see the whole week and everything they have planned. Passengers can go in and heart any activities they'd like to check out. I like to do that. Helps you basically favorite some items so that you don't have to go through the whole day's itinerary again. You can just go look at the things you've already chosen. All the restaurants have their menus on the app, and you can even use it to book your tables. Many cruisers have said it is one of the best ship apps out there. Carnival's daily program is called the Fun Times. While all of the daily programs are found on the HUB app, you may be like me and still like to get yourself a paper copy. Be sure to let your cabin steward know so they can put them in your stateroom each night. We found on our last Carnival cruise that they were no longer automatically leaving them in staterooms, at least not on the Jubilee. You can also pick one up at guest services if you didn't get it delivered. I like to have them. It's a nice way to look back at previous cruises, see what was offered, just as a reminder. Plus, there is sometimes port information on there that you may not be able to find on the app. If you are hoping to enjoy a few alcoholic beverages during your cruise, the Cheers package is one of the best values when it comes to standalone alcoholic drink packages. Currently $70 a day, passengers have a limit of 15 drinks a day. It also has one of the highest drink caps, as it includes any drinks $20 or under. And I found that many other lines packages make caps around $15 per drink. I think other lines do this to encourage people to purchase higher tier packages that include higher drink price limits, but Carnival just has the one alcoholic drink package. Cheers also includes specialty coffees, juices, and sodas. There are, of course, stipulations to take into consideration. So all people 21 and over in a stateroom must purchase this Cheers package if one person does. So you have a pregnant woman with her husband wants a Cheers package, that just doesn't work. People try to get exemptions, and I just don't think that happens at all, if very rarely. Drinks offered on the gangway are not included, and neither are those offered through room service. There are some embarkation ports where state laws affect the drink package during embarkation day. So you can't actually use Cheers package during that day, but the price of the package then reflects that. For those who prefer soda over alcohol, Carnival has the Bottomless Bubbles package. It's currently $11.21 a day for adults and $8.20 a day for kids. This unlimited soda program lets you indulge in all-you-can-drink soda and juice. It does not include the specialty coffees. It is always funny, though, to see kids saddled up to the Red Frog Rum Bar, but they're just there getting their sodas. Loyalty programs can be beneficial, but I maintain that you shouldn't stick with your first cruise line you've ever been on just because you're now invested in that cruise line's loyalty program. Go ahead, try out multiple lines. Then if you find one you love, you're going to start benefiting from their loyalty program automatically. Carnival does not have the best loyalty program out there, but I don't think you can expect a budget line to spend a lot on loyalty program perks. Passengers are already getting a good deal when they cruise on Carnival. Carnival's loyalty program is referred to as the VIFP Club, or Very Important Fun Person Club. Everyone starts out as blue, and that will be reflected on your sign-in sale card. Your sign-in sale card will be blue. On the second sailing, passengers become red, and this is where you start to get your first perk, a bottle of water. At 25 days, passengers become gold, which then gets you a free drink on sailings 5 days or longer, and a VIFP pin to collect. As you can see, I've got 3 gold VIFP pins from the 3 cruises I've had since I've turned gold. I went and bought a Carnival lanyard to put them on so that I would use them only when I'm on my Carnival sailings. It's kind of a neat souvenir because they're different for each year. Each year is a different design. It isn't until passengers hit platinum at 75 days that real benefits start to kick in, like priority boarding, logo gifts, and free chocolates. Diamond is the top tier at 200 days on board, and this gets passengers free laundry and even a one-time cabin upgrade. Let's get down to the negatives that you may have heard when it comes to Carnival's reputation. But before we do that, if you enjoy this video and maybe even learn something, consider subscribing with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any future posts. So do booze cruises actually occur? Yes. Is every Carnival cruise a booze cruise? Absolutely not. Whether you want to avoid finding yourself on a booze cruise or if you're hoping to get yourself on one, here are a few things you should consider. So booze cruises don't just occur on Carnival ships because it isn't just about the line, but the perfect storm of factors that make booze cruises possible and more likely. So the number one factor is the length of a cruise. You're not going to find an 11-day cruise turning into a booze cruise. Who has that kind of stamina? No, they are found on 3- and 4-day cruises usually. That's the perfect length for that long weekend, bachelor parties, friends to get together for a reunion, those types of cruises. Another factor is when. So weekends, holidays, and summers lend themselves to becoming booze cruises. Because many short cruises are also on older ships, the cost is often low, drawing in a different customer base than the longer, more expensive cruises and those on the newer, bigger ships. Plus, since drink package costs are based on how many days the cruise is sailing, they're also more inexpensive. One of the other factors might be the embarkation port. Maybe it is just because most shorter cruises leave out of Florida, but it seems that most booze cruises sure leave out of Florida. Now, you can't talk about booze cruises without mentioning Carnival's reputation for fights and rowdy crowds. Once again, these are things that you will find have occurred on other lines as well, especially more economical lines. But for some reason, Carnival always takes the brunt of the public's attention and jokes. Just this week, a story broke out after a video went viral showing a fight on Carnival Paradise that occurred on the June 6th sailing. The super classy people shown in this video participated in a brawl in the pizzeria. So what started it? Who knows? Most likely alcohol was involved. Regardless, this cruise had all the ingredients for that perfect storm I was talking about. It was a short 4-day cruise out of Florida on an older ship in the summer. For goodness sake, it only stopped at one port, Cozumel. These are inexpensive cruises that bring in a lot of first-time cruisers and others who just don't seem to be able to behave in public. The same thing can and does happen on Royal Caribbean ships that are cheap, short cruises. I have been on Carnival multiple times, and the only fight I've ever seen was between two little kids in the Lido pool. Carnival fined and banned the participants of the recent fight on the Paradise, and if they banned all of those people in the video, that's a lot of people that cannot sail on any Carnival brand ship ever again. Carnival has been cracking down on those who break the rules in order to combat the reputation such incidents in the past have given them. Now, I guess the potential for rough crowds is just the price you pay to offer a service at prices that allow more people to enjoy cruising. So why do you think fights occur more on some types of cruises than others? Have you ever seen a fight on a cruise? If so, let me know the ship, what port it sailed out of, and how long the cruise was. I like to know these things. So Carnival's main tagline is the fun ships. And because of the booze cruise reputation, warranted or not, it is often seen as a party line. And while there are organized parties on Carnival ships, just like there are on most ships, Carnival has White Night, 80s Night, Motown Night, etc. Every Carnival cruise I have been on has had just as many people over the age of 50 as under. There are a lot of older platinum and diamond cruisers that enjoy Carnival for its fun, not because they're partiers. Carnival really is the fun ships, but that doesn't mean that they are the party ships. Just like booze cruises, it's all about the cruise you choose and what you choose to do while on the ship. If you want to party, then you can. If you want to relax, that is just as possible. If you don't want to be a part of the party, then don't go to the deck parties. Avoid bars like the Red Frog and the Aft Bar. It's pretty easy to check out the fun times and see what events are happening so you can choose how you want to spend your time. Prices keep going up on everything, and inflation is out of control, but cruising can still be a reasonably priced vacation if you choose the right cruise. If you're looking to book a budget cruise, whether it's your first cruise or you're just looking for something a little less expensive in today's market, then Carnival can be a great choice for singles, couples, and families. Stay away from the perfect storm of choices that mean you might end up on a booze cruise with fights and brawls, and you're gonna have a great time. So are you ready for more information on cruising? Why not stick around and check out this video and then come back for more information designed to help you have an amazing cruise. Have a blessed week, everyone.